Alright guys, what's up? Doing a video on CLOCKS today. Again, I just cleaned my chain and washed my bike. So I done a pre-check before I actually did this video. But I'm going to go over with y'all so y'all, again, get a little bit more details on how to do it, you know, before you go to the class, or if you want a bit more better of an idea of how to do it if you don't really have a good idea how to do it, if that makes sense. But to CLOCKS, first thing you're going to check, right, is T. So tires, right? Tires and wheels. So you're gonna look at, when you look at your tires, is the thread, or the tread. Sorry, not thread. Tread. Again, you have some or most tires do have marks on them, right? Paint marks that will show you where the tread needs to be, and if you're past, you have no more paint on that, on more inside the tread, you need to get new tires. Another good trick to do is the penny lip. So you get a penny, and the bottom of it, where just kind of like a bulge, or like the lip of the penny, you put that in there and it's over the lip of the penny, you're fine. If it's not, you need to get new tires. Again, I just got this bike, and I mean, I put a lot of miles on it, but I know my tread's so good, one, because of the paint mark, and I do the penny trick. I learned that off other videos also. Yeah. The other thing you want to look at, right, is the tire pressure itself. Okay. Which, if you go to your bike, at least on my bike, it has information, right? So it says tire information. Let's finger it right there, right? So tire information, and it says front tire. It gives it in kilograms and all that stuff. But it says 29 psi for the front tire. So when I go through and check my bike, which I already have, but I'll show you how I do that here in a second. I need to make sure it's at 29 psi, right? And the rear, right, is 36 psi. I need to go through and check that. Again, I already did check it and they were good, but I'll go through and I'll kind of give you an idea of how I do it. You can go to a gas station, right, and go through their air pump, and some of them will give you a good read of it. But I have this little handy dandy air pressure reader I got off Amazon again. What I'll do is I'll go through, unscrew the cap. I'm only going to check the front tire just for right now, just because checking the front tire, front and back is the exact same, just different to PSI. Now I'll put it on there, get a good read, put it back on, and I'm at like 28, 29 PSI right now. You'll be able to see that right there, 28, 29. That's back over here. But another thing I want to check with the tires after that, right, is your brake pads. Make sure they're good. Which my brake pads, again, they're brand new. I mean, I just got a checks done on it probably 3 months ago, and they changed everything for me. Check the rotor, the wheel itself, right? Make sure there's no cracks in the frame of the wheel. I'll do that for front and back. And then check your suspension, and everything looks good. Okay. Okay, so we got the tires and wheels done for the CLOCKS. That's the first T. Next one we have is C, right? So C is going to stand for the chassis. That either could be chassis or chain. I like doing the chain last, but the chassis, right? So you're going to check out the chassis, go through, check all your framework, your handlebars. Check the frame itself, right? Go through, make sure there's no cracks on the frame when you're looking through it. With bearings on the sport bikes, it can be a little difficult to look in there, but most of the time it does show some of the frame, right? So check the frame. Again, everything does look good on my bike. I take really good care of it. Okay. Chain or chassis is good. Next thing you want to do is L, which is lights. Okay. And my keys. Turn on the bike. My front lights, headlights should turn on, which they are on. And check my high beams, which my high beams do come on. Okay. Cool. Alright, next thing you're going to check is your blinkers. Both right blinkers work, and both my left blinkers, and then my hazards. which works with my tail light also. And then again, check your tail light, squeeze the brake, and it works. My bike off. So all my lights are working. Next thing you're gonna do, right, is O, which is gonna be oils and lubricants, stuff like that. So your brake fluid, and yeah, both brake fluids and your oil itself, which the cap's up here and the oil down here. Again, I'll bring you over. Look at it. Okay. So you got the glass frame here for the Yamaha R3s, and I believe some other bikes do have them, sport bike wise. But what you can do, right, is you have to lean the bike toward you to the right to be level in order to get a good read on the oil. If you have it leaned over to the left still, all the oil is pushing to the left of the bike, so it's not really going to show. Like I have a little bit right here, but in order for me to get an accurate read, what I have to do is pull the bike toward me, right? And there comes all the oil, and then my bike is level, and you can see the oil is right here. You got two little lines, right? The low and the full mark, right? And I'm right at the full mark, or maybe a little bit above the full mark, which is fine. And I'll let it back down. And then for other bikes, you have the dipstick itself. On Yamahas, you do not. But just for point of the video, I've shown you, you guys can take the cap off, and then you look with the dipstick itself like you would a car or a truck. And then you have more fluids right here, right? Upper, lower. It's in the probably a little bit of the mid, that's good, it's fine. And then more brake fluid right here, which is full. And again, I just got it serviced. That's what I was looking for, the word I was looking for, serviced. Just got it serviced probably like 3 months ago, and they refilled everything for me and made sure everything was correct. Okay. Alright, so I checked oils, lights. See, chain, right? Just cleaned the chain. I'm gonna grab y'all again. And I did a little video on that, which you guys can watch also. But I cleaned the chain, and you can see it looks really clean and lubricated. I don't want to touch it now because there's still wax on it. The wax is kind of hardening and drying. I did get a little bit on my finger though, but that's fine. The chain is really fine. When I was cleaning the chain, I did an inspection of it, made sure there was no breaks. None of the pins were missing, right? And the sprockets itself, none of the teeth on the sprockets were chipped or missing. Everything looks really good on my bike. So again, yeah, I say check the chain. Boop. Okay. Next thing is K, right? It's the kickstand. You want to make sure your kickstand's there, obviously, and that it's, that it works properly. So I should just keep it all over here. Put you all down. Like that. So when you're on the bike itself, right, and you work the kickstand, you put it up, it goes up. Put it down, it comes down, right? It's not going to stay down, it doesn't wobble. Whenever it's on there, give it a kick, make sure it's down. And then again, make sure everything looks good on it, nothing's broken, no cracks. And you put it down, and it stays down like it's supposed to, right? But yeah, that's going to be it for the video today. More things that you guys can go through and check on the bike during the CLOCKS that are things you should check, right, is your throttle. You go through, let me show you. Go through, check your throttle, right. When you pull on it, make sure it snaps back. Okay, like that. It shouldn't be getting stuck or going slow. I might have the throttle or the cap right here a little bit too tight, but it should snap right back. Make sure your brakes are good. All right. Make sure your clutch is good. Everything's working fine. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching this video. And then again, I can drop links if you guys have any questions about my gear, what I wear, which I can do again. I can do an equipment video on stuff that I wear, give you guys more details on the specs and stuff like that. On my first video, I did do a comment for another individual with everything that I do have on my bike. all the equipment, all the gear, and stuff I've done to it since I bought it. Which again, I plan on doing a video for that later on. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys.